What's up, it's you? For today's video, we're full Pokemon Shinies in the anime team. Now, these are Pokemon that appeared in the anime, and I thought I'd do this team again because many years ago I did this right, and there's actually been a lot of new additions that you could actually do for another team. So, let's do another one. Let's do number 2. If you do want to check me out on Twitch, people, this is where I do all my theme teams, my Pokemon sweeps, shiny hunts, and all other forms of salty entertainment. Come and drop me a follow there. The link in the description of the video. Now, I've got 2 battles today with the shinies in the anime team, and I really hope you enjoy. If you really like the theme teams, people, please drop a like on the video too. It really helps me out, and it only takes less than a second. Okay, we got a battle here. This is against Juggernaut, and we got a Rowlet lead. It's shiny, and it's looking very green. It's like green like the grass, right? Like when you freshly mow the grass, a nice smooth green color. So I've got a Psyduck lead here. Psyduck was very nice and shiny blue in the anime. We got a Waterfall, Rain Dance, or it rains anyway, Crush Shop, and Ice Punch set. It's a physical one. I've got max speed and a max attack, and I gave it Adam and Nature. With the Swift Swim up there, old Psyduck is pretty quick, I've got to say that. Now, the Rowlet's going to pop a Sword Dance here, so I'm definitely thinking it's going to be using something like Leaf Blade, yeah? So I've got a Focus Sash as the item, so I'm good to go right here. Now, I can go for an Ice Punch and take it out. I believe Ice Punch will probably be it should be a one-hit KO, unless this is like a bulky Everlight set or something like that. I mean, you never know, people. This is PIMPNITE channel, remember that. So go for the Ice Punch here. On the Rowlet, it punched it so hard, it turned it into a little block of ice. But the bad thing was, right, it thawed out right away and then got a Leaf Blade off. You wouldn't believe it. So anyway, Psyduck is going to be on 1 health here, and I'm going to be living on the Sash. It's not the best result in the world, but at least I'm going to be able to take it out, right, with another Ice Punch. So by going for my second Ice Punch here, and then it's going to have Sucker Punch as a move, outspeeding Psyduck and taking it down there. I was sure I was going to win that matchup, but yeah, that was rough. Like getting the freeze, it's like this, right? You give someone like something they really like, and then you just take it away from them. It's just mean. So the next Pokemon I'm going to bring in is going to be Tapu Koko. This is a pretty interesting strategy. I've got the Electric Train up on the field, right? It's flowing, and it's very electrifying. So I've got this Swagger Spark Psych Up Roo set. It's max health, and it's max speed. Here comes a Sucker Punch from the little Rowlet there. It's not going to do a lot to Tapu Koko, and I'm going to finish off with a little bit of a disrespect spark there. We're trying to spark up a relationship, but it didn't work out because Rowlet ran away, right? I've got to hit up Tinder again on Tinder for Rowlets. Anyway, next Pokemon here, it's another Psyduck. So I've had a shiny, and I know the opponent's got a Psyduck, right? Now, this is a interesting set, right? I could go for Spark here. It should do a lot of damage. Or I could try and take advantage of the Psyduck being on the field and go for Swagger and, copying its stats there. I decided it's better just go for Spark, and it's going to have a Focus Sash as the item. Now, the Psyduck actually outspeed me with the Swift Swim there. Unfortunately for it, the rain is going to stop. So it would have had a Screech up against me with -2 in defense. Now, I'm going to be able to outspeed this time since the rain is gone, and Psyduck is going to faint there. So I'm going to say that no ducks were harmed in the production of this video. Just a shiny one and a normal one. Next Pokemon is Darumaka. If you can guess what this theme team is as well, leave a comment below in the comment section. I want to see if you can guess it. So I went for a risky play here. I went for the Swagger on the Darumaka. Darumaka, if it's got Hustle's got a lot of attack. I was just praying that I didn't get hit by it, and then it hit itself. Look at the sweet damage there. It's a clean 2-hit KO with Swagger. So I was like, okay, let's get the Psych up. Let's copy that juicy +2, and then it snaps out of confusion, and it's going to hit me with a Flare Blitz. Like, this is not funny. This is not funny at all. I'm going to get dropped in one shot. So it's got +2, and I'd say it's got Hustle too, which is very, very bad right there. So the Darumaka has a little bit of health left, so I decided to do a little bit of a swap in here. I was like, let's send the bait out. We'll go into Celebi, right? Swap the Celebi back out, and then go into Guzzlord, right? At least I won't have to face the brunt of a really, really powerful, super effective attack, right? Guzzlord's pretty thick too. It should be able to take this, but I don't know how well it's going to take it. So Flare Blitz comes my way. Look at the damage that it did. It's crazy. And it's going to take itself out with the recall there. So Darumaka is out of the field. I'm very, very happy about that. Now, the item on my Guzzlord, as you obviously can see there, is the Salac Berry. We're running a speedy, flinching Guzzlord. Max speed and max attack, jolly nature, right? So out comes Randy the Gallade here, and I've got a Bite set with Iron Head, and I've also got Rock Slide too. Now, I was thinking here, well, I'm not going to go for Bite. I think I'll go for Iron Head instead, right? I'm just not sure what ability it's going to be having right now. I don't want to trigger the wrong ability. That would be very, very, bad, right? So going for Iron Head here, going to for some pretty good damage. I was happy with that. And now the Glade is going to go for a Bulk Up. Now, that's a little bit of a shame here because if it's got any sort of rudimentary fighting type move, I'm going to be fainting easy, right? And the thing is, my Iron Head is not going to be doing a lot of damage either. So going for a second Iron Head, hoping for a flinch here. It's still possible, but it's not possible anymore because I'm going to hit by a close combat, which is very, very bad there. So it's going to lose its defense and special defense boost, and that's fine. Like it's okay. I didn't really expect to win that matchup anyway. I sort of just wanted to soften up the Glade, but it's a real threat now, and I need to actually get rid of it. So Electricity is going to disappear from the field. Not that really matters too much, then, unless the Glade had, like, I don't know, rest or something. So going to Vikavolt here, another cool shiny that appears in the anime. I've got a physical Vikavolt this time. Now, we got Dual Wing Beat, Wild Charge, X Scissor, and Dig. At this stage, I'm thinking, right, if I go for Dynamax here, I could go for Dynamax Airstream. I should be able to live any of Glade's attacks, and then it will be super effective. And I'll give myself a +1 in speed, right? Now, this Vikavolt is a max attack set with max speed, and also go about Jolly H2. Now, its speed is very, very bad, right? So I'm going to need at least 2 max Airstreams just to do something. However, we got the Glade swapping out, and we got Rolt swapping. I'm like, what is it? What is this set going to be? So I was confident I could take the Rolts out in 2 shots, like maybe even 1 right there. Like, I mean, it's got okay attack stat, right? Actually, I really like Vikavolt shiny. It's very, very nice. That nice silver and green, I don't know, just the coloring is very, very nice. Then it comes back on its eyes and stuff too. So it's quite funny. All you can see when Vikavolt is in Dynamax, apart from when it's it does its animations, all you can see is like its big they're like chop pincer things, right? So Rolts doesn't go down there. I'm going to outspeed and take it out with another Airstream. So I've now got +2 in speed, which is very, very nice. So the Rolts is down there. Not that I don't think Rolts didn't really pose much of a threat anyway, to be honest. It was more like, what am I going to do about this Glade? Now, the next Pokemon to come in is going to be Munchlax. I'm like, oh, okay. Quite a good pick, Munchlax. And we've got a Dynamax Munchlax. So the best move I've got in here is possibly Wild Charge, right? I don't know if Munchlax has got rest or anything like that. Obviously it's not going to be very useful in Dynamax, but if I try and wear it down a little bit, it might be a good idea to go for a Max Lightning, right? Now the Munchlax is going to go for Max Guard here, and Max Lightning is not going to work. And, Munchlax has stalled out my last turn of Dynamax. I would have really, really liked that electric, terrain on the field there. It would have helped me so much, right? Cap on. So anyway, we got the Munchlax here, right? And I'm going to go for a Dig, right, to try and stall out its Dynamax. And went for Max Phantasm. It's okay. That's 2 turns now of the Dynamax stall out. So Dig does ginormous amounts of damage there to the Munchlax. And it's going to hit me with a Max Phantasm there. So it does a little bit of damage, but it's fine. Like, I can easily live any hits, like, from the Munchlax, right? Now, that's going to drop my defense. Maybe they did that because they've got physical moves. It might have Body Slam or something like that. That's what it typically does have. I'd say it's definitely Everlighted, right? So go for Wild Charge, and look at the pathetic amount of damage that I did to it. It's horrible. Now, Munchlax is going to go for a Stockpile here. So I'm like, wow, this is going to be even bulkier than it was before right there. I need a quick sip of my drink, people. Sorry about that. Code SALT, 10% off of your G-Fuel there, by the way. Nice and juicy. Anyway, back to the bump. Sorry about that. I was juicing myself up. Now, Munchlax is going to go for a Body Slam there. It sits on top of the Vikavolt, almost takes it out. Now, the good thing about this is, right, I've got a Leechy Berry as the item, so that's going to give me additional attack rise, which is great. The only thing here is Munchlax did get a couple of stockpiles up already, so in the end, I really didn't do a lot of damage to it. But I guess I softened it up a little bit. Now, Munchlax is going to go for a Stockpile there. Probably guessing that I was going to go for Wild Charge, and I died to Recall anyway, so that's fine, right? I've got 2 more Pokemon. I have to get rid of this Munchlax. So here's a blast from the past. I've got my Volcarona. It has also appeared shiny in the anime. This is my Hardened Toxic Fire Spin Volcarona. It's been a hot minute, pun the pun there. So I've got max health, and I've got max special defense, right? Now, I've got Flame Body as the ability to, and I've also got Toxic. So it sort of depends. You can get, like, you could get like a Flame Body, or, you know, if the Pokemon you really wanted to poison, instead you just go for the Toxic, right? In this case, I get a Flame Body on the Munchlax, which works out really, really well, right? Because I've got the Fire Spin going, and I've got the damage of the Burn too. So Munchlax is not long for this world. So instead of going for the Fire Spin, I was like, let's take this opportunity to go for a Harden, right? And then the Munchlax goes, it goes Swallow, and it uses the stockpiles and swallows them whole and gets us health back. So it's not often you actually get to see Swallow. It's a really, really cool move. Obviously, you've got Swallow and you've got Psyduck too, which are combination moves used with stockpile. But the bad thing about when you use Swallow and Psyduck, right, you lose all your stockpile boost after using them, right? So here comes another Body Slam from the Munchlax there. I've got Harden up. I'm very, very bulky there. So I feel like Munchlax, I mean, it's going to need to get more stockpiles up to go for Swallow again. So if it's got Swallow, I'd say it doesn't have Rest. That's what I was thinking anyway. So go for another Fire Spin here. Obviously, they can't get enough stockpiles up. They're just trying to get as much damage as possible with the Body Slam here before the Munchlax does indeed faint. Now, that is the last Fire Spin there, and the Munchlax finally goes down. So all that's left now is the Bulk Up Glade, which we've seen earlier on. Now, I would love to burn this thing. I truly would, right, because that'd be great. Now, we got a Psycho Cut here from the Glade, and that's going to not do too much damage to me, but I get paralyzed there. I was like, man, I was going for Toxic that turn, by the way. So that would have been great to get Toxic up there. That would have been very, very good. Like, Glade would have been fainting in about 4 turns there. Maybe 5 with the leftovers. So now Glade's going to go for another Psycho Cut, and my Volcarona is going to faint there. That was terrible not getting that Toxic off. But the last Pokemon we got here is the Celebi. Now, I know this is Bulk Up. I know that it's got Close Combat. I know that it's got Psycho Cut. Does it have anything to really damage my Celebi? We got a Trick Bright Powder, our Future Sight. Your future's not very bright Celebi here. It's pretty good, right? I've got on this set max speed and max special attack, modest nature there, right? So this Glade is going to try and boost its attack and defense. I'd say it doesn't have a lot to hit me with outside of its normal stab type moves. Otherwise, it would have just, straight up used it already yet. Now, Celebi, right, has Protect, so I can use Protect and I can use the Future Sight at the same time. And that should do some really, really good damage. So I say they're going to try and crit me with Psycho Cut here. Now, I do not want to get critted by Psycho Cut because I'm not running, like, bulk on this Celebi. Like, it is fairly bulky Pokemon, but it's not like I'm running max health, right? So a crit will hurt from Psycho Cut, right? So as you can see, that was a lot of damage right there. That was a crit, so that's bad. That's a 3-hit KO, right? Here comes the Future Sight here, and Glade's got pretty good special defense here. It tanks it pretty well. Now, I was thinking about this matchup. I was like, okay, maybe I should get rid of the leftovers here. Then we're down to the last 50 seconds of the battle. This 20-minute timer, man. So here comes another Psycho Cut from the Glade. I cannot take another crit here. If I get critted the next turn, I'm done, right? So I have to go for Recover here. That was the other move, my healing move here, right? So I was like, okay, let's get the Recover off. Then I'm going to go for Trick and trick the Glade, the Bright Powder. I mean, it's a bit of a scary item to give away, but I want to stop the leftovers recovery on the Glade, right? Because it gets that recovery all the time that Future Sight isn't hitting it, right? So the Glade is around half health here. I'm going to go for the Trick here, get rid of its leftovers, and then it should get hit by another Future Sight, or very, very close, right? Down to the last 5 seconds of the battle, I get a serving of leftovers there, and Glade is going to fire another Psycho Cut at me here. Here comes, that was a crit there as well, and here comes the last Future Sight for the matchup. Almost taking out the Glade there. I'm going to get some more leftover recovery. And that, my friends, is the very first battle. So I'd say I definitely would have won that matchup there. I took the leftovers from the Glade. It only had a bit of health left. I only need to land one more Future Sight there. But thank you for the battle, Juggernaut. And that was a very cool theme team there. I wonder if you could guess what it was. Once again, people, if you do enjoy these battles, please drop a like on the video. I would appreciate that. It definitely helps me out there. It only takes a second. So the next battle here, not the first one, the second one. I'm sorry, I'm getting 1 and 2 mixed up. It's hard sometimes when you've got a galaxy brain like me. We got Combi lead here, and this is against Arzt as well. So we got a Bug Biting Combi. It does a fair bit of damage to my Psyduck. And now I'm going to get the Rain up. Now, Combi did outspeed me before, but now I should be able to outspeed the Combi and lay a little bit of smackdown on it with the Ice Punch there. I didn't expect a one-shot Combi there, but I think I only one-shot it because of that crit. I'd say it would have lived kind of badly and taken me out with Bug Bite. So I guess a nice little bit of early luck there. Next Pokemon is the Conkeldurr. I'm going to see if I can flinch this with Waterfall. It doesn't do bad damage there, but now Conkeldurr's going to go for a Rock Tomb here, and Rock Tomb's going to take out my Psyduck. So, like, interesting, they've got Rock Tomb on this set. Very, very interesting. Now we got the, Conkeldurr's got the Flame Orb too, so it's obviously got guts. All of its attacks are going to be hitting, like, very, very hard. So I'm going to bring in my Celebi. I was like, let's get the Future Sight up, and that should be enough to take out this Conkeldurr. Wonder what other moves it's got right. Now, it's going to go for a fling here, and it's going to fling its Flame Orb, which does a lot of damage. That was a critical hit right there on Celebi, so that's a 2-hit KO. Now, the thing about Fling is it doesn't have another item to fling at me too. Plus, I do have Natural Cure, so I can always swap out and heal off that burn if I really, really wanted to, right? But at this stage, I was more sort of concerned about taking Conkeldurr, right? So, going for Protect here, I know that it's going to hit the next turn. Here comes another Rock Tomb from the Conkeldurr. If it's got a fighting move, that's going to do donkeys as well, right? So the rain has passed here, and Celebi's going to take a bit of damage from the Flame Orb. So it's only got a bit of health left, right? If you know what, if I can get rid of this, I'd be happy. At this stage, it's like, okay, I can't do a lot. I'm not going to go for a double Scumbag Protect because I know that it's going to, obviously it's going to fail, right? I'm not a Blissey with 4 turns in a row, rent-free. And now Conkeldurr's going to go for another Rock Tomb, and it puts me about on 69 health where I was before. Like a little bit more than last time, yeah? And now the Future Sight is going to hit, and the Conkeldurr is going to go down, which is good. So that's very nice. So the Combi and the Conkeldurr are down now. What a range of Pokemon, Combi and Conkeldurr, right? Next Pokemon is the Orbeetle. I was like, okay, this is very bad. Like, what can I do here, right? Should I swap out? I was like, no, I'm going to stay in and get the Future Sight up, and it's going to take me out with Shadow Ball. That's okay. Celebi pretty much did a great job getting rid of Conkeldurr, so I wasn't really, bothered about losing it, yep. Now, the next Pokemon I got here is the Vikavolt, right? It's bugs versus bugs action. Now, we have a G-Max Orbeetle here. So I'm like, okay. Now, at this stage, I will admit, it was running through my head, right? Maybe I should go for a Max Airstream here and see if I can get the physical Vikavolt going again. Like, last battle, it served me pretty good, and quite a few of the battles it served me very nicely, too. The thing about the physical Vikavolt, right, is I didn't have something like Max Knuckle, you know what I mean? Like, so even though I could get my speed up to something really decent, it sort of hit like I guess you could say a wet paper bag. And now my phone's ringing and stuff like that, and I gotta like cancel and stuff while I'm trying to narrate. Thank you very much. And sorry, I'm back to the battle. And now we got a Dynamax Vikavolt here. So with the Vikavolt, right, I'm going to be going for a Max Airstrip on the Orbeetle, right? Now I'm going to hit by the Max Gravitius, and that's going to I'm going to lose my Levitate. So now if I had Max Lightning, it actually would benefit me, right? So here comes the Max Airstream on the Galaxy Man, and it's about a 3-hit KO right there. About a 3-hit KO, so I'm pretty happy about that. Very, very happy about that. So I've got a +1 to speed. Now, I'd say their Orbeetle is probably running max speed here because when they went for their next attack, it actually outsped me. So not that Vikavolt is a very fast Pokemon, yeah? I seriously need to change the ringtone on my phone. It's like that, it's that standard ringtone you always get. Like, I'm not sure, like, when you get a phone, right, do you change your ringtone or you just leave it on the standard one and, when you get a new phone, you just leave it on the next standard one? That's usually me because I always forget to change it. It's like, I know, you go through the list and you try and pick ones out there. I don't really like them much. You sort of have to, you either got to put a custom one on there or you just don't care about it. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked back to the battle. Going for another Max Airstream here, and that is going to take out the Orbeetle finally. I finally had enough speed to, take it out. So that was a +3 in speed now, which is great. Now, I would have loved to go have like Max Knuckle or something like that, but I don't have access to that, so that's why I put the Lychee Berry on there, right? Next Pokemon is the Tornado Man here. I can go for probably a Wild Charge here. If I go for Wild Charge, it will take me out with Recall, but I believe I got nothing to lose here. So I went for it, and that one-shot of Tornadus, which is great. I felt that was good. That was an eye for an eye there, but I'll take that one, right? It's not often that a Vikavolt can just one-shot a Pokemon straight out with Wild Charge, yeah? Normally they live right there. Here comes the Primarine. Now the coast is clear, obviously, now that my Vikavolt is fainted. But I do have another Electric-type Pokemon here, so I was like, okay, Tapu Koko, this is great. I can use the Electric Surge here, and I mean, even Spark will do a fair bit of damage, right? Maybe I should just go for Spark instead of going for Swagger. Now we got the Primarina swapping out here, and we've got the Heatran coming in. So which is great. I kind of guessed they'd swap there. I seen what their last Pokemon was as well. I knew there was going to be a Heatran probably swapping in, so I decided to go for Swagger, boosting the Heatran's attack. Now I was like, well, I hope this Heatran isn't a physical set there, but you know, what are the chances of that happening, right? So go for the Psych up here, copying those stat changes, which is great. Now I've got +2 in attack. It's brilliant. We got the Heatran hitting itself in confusion. That's great. So I can finally use my Spark set here. So it hits very, very hard there. And Flame Body. Flame Body kicks in. Oh, man. Anyway, the Heatran is going to be able to get through the confusion, and it's going to hit me with a Magma Storm here. Magma Storm looks like so cool right there. It almost, like, bodies me in one shot there, and now I'm stuck in swirling magma, and I'm burned at the same time, too. So bye-bye, Tapu Koko. That hit really, really hard, too. I was running Matt Self Tapu Koko there too. Not that, I'm not saying it's super bulky, but man, that hit very, very hard. So we're going to go into Guzzlord now. It's time to try and get some scummy flinches. So I went for the bite here. I bit that Heatran there. I got a flinch, and it was great. So go for another bite here, and that's going to finish off the Heatran, which is beautiful. And of course, Heatran is going to get a Flame Body on my physical Guzzlord. It's fine. It's so good. So I'm going to get a Beast Boosted. That's going to make up for it, I guess, a little bit there. And the last Pokemon is the Primarina, which we've seen earlier on. Now, Primarina doesn't have to worry about any more electric types. So it's going to outspeed me and hit me with an Ice Beam. It does a lot of damage. Guzzlord's very thick, though, right? I'm able to get a Iron Head off here, but it does nothing. You know, with that burn, Guzzlord's, you know, it's got a bit of an average attack stat, so it doesn't do a lot, right? Primarina's going to fire off a second Ice Beam, and Guzzlord is going to... Guzzlord took that one straight down the throat, you know? It's almost like you put like almost a slushy ice string, right? And you just take the whole thing, right? You drink the whole thing without a gulp. That was Guzzlord right then. Then again, it's got a big mouth, so it probably didn't even care. So we got a Hyper Beaming Primarina on the Volcarona. I was expecting a Water type move, but damn, that did some damage there. That was my special defensive Volcarona too, which is hella bulky. So go for Toxic is my only option here. I guess the good thing is I do have like an extra recharge turn, but I really don't want to get hit by another Hyper Beam there. That would be very, it could be very problematic here, right? Now we got the Primarina going for a recharge here. I'm going to go for Morning Scum and heal myself back up, because I don't want to take another like Hyper Beam like that. That's bad. So we're going to get some more toxic damage on Primarina. I'm in a good spot right now, unless I get critted or something bad happens. Like Sing Arena is going to sing me a little song, and it's going to land, and it's going to put Volcarona to sleep. Man, it's only 55 accuracy. How did that one hit? Not that I can talk, I land horn drills and stuff and fissures all the time. But that's another story. So Primarina is going to get hit by the Toxic again here, right? Here comes Bubble Beam. I wonder how much this will do compared to the Hype Beam. It does about the same, right? It may be a little bit less. I woke up straight away, right? And I get a Fire Spin off it, which is great, because now the Fire Spin's going to kick in as well as the Toxic. Toxic was well on its way to nearly taking it out here too, and Fire Spin is actually going to finish off the Primarina on the last little bit of health there. Wow, what a crazy close battle there at the end. Thank you for the battle, Arzt. I hope you people enjoyed both these battles. Once again, if you liked the video, drop a like on there. I'll catch you next time. Peace.